Hello, my name is Dr. Peggy Crow, and I serve as the director of our WKU Counseling Center. In our society, interpersonal and sexual violence continues and affects every person in the Commonwealth of Kentucky, as a survivor, as a family member, significant other, neighbor, or coworker of a survivor. We can work together to eliminate the statistics about sexual assault, so no one will be a statistic. Today is a day to proclaim our commitment to take a stand, support, and help to heal. Unfortunately, there is a long-standing social context that surrounds sexual violence. Social norms that promote violence using power over others, unhealthy concepts about masculinity, the subjugation of women, and silence about violence and abuse contribute to the occurrence of sexual violence. However, this is preventable through collaboration of community members at multiple levels of society: homes, residence halls, classrooms, locker rooms, neighborhoods, schools, faith settings, and workplaces. Please allow me to emphasize a few things I'd like all of us to consider and reflect upon. First, take a stand. Step up. Challenge yourself and others. You can do this by interrupting conversations that are derogatory towards another human being. Simply put, be kind. We are all hilltoppers, so we all have a collective strength to bring big and bold changes to our campus community and everyday lives. What can you do today, tomorrow, next week, or while you work, learn, and study here at WKU to make it a better place? Next, support and advocate. Support and advocacy can look like any of the following things. Consider attending any of the SAPM events in the next few weeks. Be aware of campus and community resources, such as the WKU Counseling Center, so that if you or a friend, colleague, roommate, classmate, teammate is involved in dangerous or unhealthy situations, you know where to go and where to refer others. We have a strong network of support on the Hill. Avail yourself of what is offered. Finally, help to heal. Healing can be very personal, intimate, and private. Healing can also be very public, communal, and familial. Whatever you or someone else who's been involved with sexual violence or within its reach has experienced, know there is a campus and surrounding community filled with caring staff, faculty, peers, and professionals to listen, support, and encourage you to heal. I encourage all hilltoppers to take a stand and take action. Listen and value the experience of others. Interrupt behaviors that you know are unkind, devaluing of other human beings, or do not support anyone who has been involved in a traumatic experience such as sexual assault. Whether you have 5 minutes, 5 days, or 5 months, there's a path for you to make a difference. Educate yourself and others, support, advocate, and help us all to use our voice, because this is for all of us.
I'm Melissa Whitley, Executive Director of Hope Harbor. Our agency empowers and supports anyone impacted by sexual violence. Hope Harbor services include a 24/7 hotline, medical and legal advocacy, counseling, and prevention and education within our community. This past year, we've all been unified in fighting a world pandemic caused by a virus. We've been required to change and shift our daily lives and education or work environments to adapt. Sexual violence is a world health emergency that is just as great. Due to the sheer number of survivors of sexual violence in this world, we can label it as a person-made pandemic. The trauma caused by sexual assault and abuse can affect survivors for years, causing mental and physical health issues. And if we as a people have created the pandemic of sexual violence, we can defeat it. There's hope that one day we'll live in a world free of sexual violence. But everyone must do their part. Bring awareness to the issue by talking about it with friends and family and partners. Speak up when you hear or see high-risk situations, acts of oppression and aggression, or victim blaming. Promote equity and justice. Learn about resources available for survivors, or get involved with campus and community activities. Our partnership with Western Kentucky University to recognize April as Sexual Assault Prevention Month is one way to acknowledge the issue of sexual violence, and our commitment to raising awareness, dedicating resources, continuing discussions, and supporting survivors. No pandemic can be stopped without the masses of individuals, communities, and whole societies coming together. I encourage you today to decide what your role will be to end sexual violence. This is for all of us.
Hello, I'm Tim Caboni, president of Western Kentucky University. April is Sexual Assault Prevention Month, and that provides us all with an important opportunity each year to come together, to share, and to increase awareness and prevention of sexual assault. It's our responsibility as a university to confront sexual assault head-on as one WKU. Our commitment to providing a safe educational and work environment free from sexual assault is supported by a prompt, effective, and equitable process for responding to victims with compassion and with support. How you respond to a victim can positively affect their healing process. Non-judgmental support helps survivors as they recover. Most importantly, you can help prevent sexual assault. To do that, I ask that you remember 3 simple steps. Step up, speak up, and step in. If you see someone who might be at risk and intervention is needed, take action, because your voice can prevent assault. Action is key to prevention, and we all are responsible. So again, please step up, speak up, and step in. WKU's theme for Sexual Assault Prevention Month, "This is for all of us," reinforces our institution's creed. Hilltoppers have a personal and shared responsibility to look out for each other every day and everywhere. And taking care of all those in our WKU family is what we do best.
In acknowledgement of WKU's commitment to sexual assault prevention, we present this proclamation with Hope Harbor to recognize April 2021 as Sexual Assault Prevention Month. Whereas in our society, sexual violence continues to escalate and affects every person in the Commonwealth of Kentucky, as a survivor, as a family member, significant other, neighbor, or coworker of a survivor. And whereas the campuses of Western Kentucky University recognize the importance of designating a time devoted to increasing the general public's awareness of sexual assault and sexual assault prevention. And
whereas many citizens of Kentucky and Western Kentucky University are working to provide quality services and assistance to sexual assault survivors, and Hope Harbor volunteers help staff a 24-hour crisis line, respond to emergency calls, and offer support during medical exams and criminal justice proceedings. And whereas Hope Harbor promotes personal safety and awareness by offering educational and prevention-based programs to schools, religious communities, and civic organizations, as well as professional trainings to medical, mental health, law enforcement, and education personnel regarding sexual assault. And
whereas it is vitally important to increase public awareness and prevention of sexual violence, and to increase support for agencies providing support services to survivors, such as Hope Harbor, Western Kentucky University holds forth a vision of a community free from sexual violence. 1 in 3 females and 1 in 6 males will be sexually assaulted in some form during their lifetime. College students are 4 times more likely to be sexually assaulted than any other population. And
whereas Western Kentucky University's Counseling Center, Title IX Coordinator, Office of Student Conduct and Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion officers recognize the importance of policy and training development to assist in the recognition, response, and investigations of complaints of sexual assault by fulfilling the requirements set forth by the Title IX regulations in order to provide the right to equal access to education. Now therefore, I, Timothy C. Caboni, President of Western Kentucky University, do hereby proclaim the month of April 2021 as Sexual Assault Prevention Month, and request that all students, faculty, and staff observe this month by helping create a community and campus free from sexual violence.